All right, so today we're going to be doing the final touches on the theme for this zombie game, Making for a Friend, who needs to get funding for their game, and part of the requirements for them to get funding for their game is to have a main theme on their menu. So I'm making them a main theme for their menu so they can go ahead and get funding for their game, because, I'm just awesome like that. All right, cool. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to jump in. I finished the composition yesterday. Today we're going to be doing mixing and dialing in the overall sound and feel of everything that's going on, and actually getting a final export that has correct looping set up so it can be put into the game. Go ahead and let me know how the sound is when I switch over. Yaxon, I thought you were just like having a nice time. It's like, I mean, I got married like a week and a half ago, so like, I got a piece of paper stating otherwise. All right, let's go ahead and okay, here we go. All right, let me know how the sound is coming through on your end. Type a two in the chat if the sound's good. This is a sound check. Type a two in the chat if you can hear the zombie music I made yesterday coming through. Okay, sounds glitching. No worries. We fixed that yesterday just by resharing. One moment here. All right, tell me if that works better now. Type a two if that's better now. No, static's not intentional. Is that better now? Okay, now it's normal. Sweet. All right, cool. Type a two in the chat. That sounds good. And we're going to start cooking. You know what I need? I need to have the chat up on a separate. Hey, Oski. All right, sounds good. Great. You know what I'm going to do? Because I just want you to understand the level of genius you're dealing with here. I'm going to open up YouTube on a second device and then look at the chat there so I don't have to keep flipping back and forth. Just want you to know you're playing with the big leagues, and like I know how to handle myself, and this is not my first day doing live streams. Okay. All right, cool beans. I'm going to get that set up, and while that's cooking, I'm going to get back into this. So the plan for today, we're going to do a couple of things. So let's make sure we're actually getting a backup recording of this. Yes, we are. Okay, good. So we're going to be going through, dialing this in. I'm going to be listening to my reference piece here, which is the Walking Dead soundtrack. I'm not going to get the exact sound out of this in here, but I'm going to get something that is closer rather than further away is going to be my ideal outcome that we're going to have here. All right. YouTube signed out. All right, music theory for gamers. Music theory for gamers. Ooh, yeah. Fifth search. Oh, and we're live. And it's up, and I can see the chat now. Hey, Goldpaw. Hey, Sash Blows. Bloss. Yaxon 23. Go ahead, type a 2 in the chat if you're having a nice day. Type a 3 in the chat if you're about to change your day into a nice day. Dan, what if I'm having a not nice day? Then what do I do? Change your day into a nice day. All right, here we go. Like way more bow noise. So I'm going to see if I can't get some more bow noise here. Just with EQ. It's what happens if we just like bring in so much high end. Hey, Meshmo. Meshmo Quick asks, am I going to sell this? No, I'm composing this for a friend who is making a zombie game. And for their zombie game, to get funding for their game, they actually need a main theme for their menu. So I'm actually making this for them so they can go get funding for their game. Okay, interesting. It's also like, what if we bring in the low stuff the second time through? I wonder what happens if we do that. I want to turn that down just a little bit. Let me actually bring these, because I turned the high end up so much on these. I'm going to bring these back. Man, in terms of the mix, I'm not even sure that I want to change anything. I'll listen to it again. We may just dial in. Yeah, maybe a little bit more high end on the strings. right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to dial in a skitchity scotch of high end on the whole thing. Let's see what happens. A little bit more air. A little bit more air. That's creepy. What if we take this up even more? Maybe a little bit more high end. Let's test out. We're up like 1.4. Yeah. Let's see if we can get some, instead of jacking the high end up here, I'm going to go and see if some of these guys we can bring the high end up a little bit. Maybe get some more clarity. Oh, gosh, it's like nails on a chalkboard. What if we give this just a little lift? Oh, see, there is no... That's part of what's going on. All right, so there is some low-end info. I'm just going to knock that out to 50. Yeah, okay. We're going to go through these and see what's actually going on. Yeah, again, there, I was seeing that bump in the low end. I'm just going to knock some of that out. Why? Because I want the strings to come through. And just in case there is any air info, just going to bump it at 10. Okay. Horror out of tune. What you got going on? Yeah, let's... Again here, we're going to pull this. Yeah, take you up. Oh yeah, this has got some high end in it. Come on, baby. Okay. Oh, yeah, nails on the chalkboard. No, all right, I'm gonna... That's bringing too much of that out there. You know what? I think that's a synth bass right there. Go. Or something. There is. There's a bass in there I didn't catch last time. All right, so we're gonna bring these low strings over in here. I'm gonna have these low strings hit a bass line here, just holding out the note. I believe we went down to an E here, if I'm not mistaken. And then in the next measure, we went down to a C sharp. And let's just get down to these growly sounds. You can play, no. Let's see what that does. That's delightful. Then when it comes back here, oh no, it's when the hit comes in. I want a little bit more high end, I think, from these guys here. All right, that low end's a little too loud. I'm gonna bring that back just a little bit. I'm gonna trust my meters on the low end because I'm not using studio speakers that are actually gonna replicate the low end. So whenever possible, I'm just going to trust meters on the low end because these headphones are not gonna accurately replicate the low end. Yeah, so there we are. What happens if we add in an octave higher here? What happens? Sure. Are you not on Snap? Yeah, let's turn Snap on, please. Thank you. All right. Oh, I kind of like that. It gives a punctuation at the end. Motif high. Alright, let's listen one time through to this. I've got a lot more low end in mine. They're actually leaving the low end for the... You know what we should have too? Let's have a riser. Go through this first part. Yeah, let's do a rise and hit right there too. Yeah, it's gonna sound different. We're gonna have more low end here. I think overall too. We're an octave down as well. Okay, so we're gonna do a rise and hit. That's gonna go with this rise and hit here. And we'll find something. Oh, I quite like that. So that's 10, and we want 8 is what we want. Oh, is that it? That's 8 beats, not 8. Oh, that's beats. All right, so we actually want 16 beats. There we go. That might get too much high end in there, but let's give it a shot and see what happens. All right, the afterword, not so much. No, that's not it. Afterward, not so much. Oh, I get to pick different things. If we turn that down just a little bit more. No, I don't really like that high metal thing there. No. If we take that out. No. Oh, maybe we go back to the other one we just had. We can take part of the layers out. I've not used this much, if you can't tell. Okay, mental metal. It might be the metal cat. It might be the singing bowl. What's here? Still part of it. Maybe it's a singing bowl. Might be the metal too. Oh yeah. Take mental metal down. Bring these back up. Yeah. No, not a fan. Nah. No. No. Okay. Try that. All right, cool. See how we're doing on volume. All right, so maybe that's too much there on those low percussion hits, because that is spiking that like crazy. And again, I'm trusting my meters, not my ears on the low stuff. Still bumping that. Better. Minus 12. All right, we're gonna push it a little louder. And let's give it a listen at the louder. Loud is louder. Louder, loud. Back off a little bit. Yeah, that. Bring that back just a skitchity scotch there. Listen to that again. There we go. Now, what I'm listening for there is before it was so loud, it was like it felt like I heard all the compressors hit at once and it kind of like bumped the volume a little bit. I don't want to do that. That's better. All right, one more time. Take some of the low end out of this rise, actually. All right, so now we're checking the mix. I'm going to turn my headphones super down, listen to it one time at very low volume, then I'm going to listen at medium volume, then I'll listen at high volume, then I'm going to check it on another device. So if you want to follow along, turn your headphones down. We want to make sure it sounds balanced here. We can hear everything. Bring this back just a little bit. All right, now medium volume. Let's give that a listen. Turn your headphones up to about medium volume. Oh, that low end is gnarly. All right, now turn your headphones up a little loud, not so loud you're gonna get hearing damage, but a little loud. I'm actually turning some of the reverb back now. Turn back even more down here. Yeah, too much air. Too much air all around. In fact, let's turn the air off for these guys. This is why it's so important to listen to different volumes, because you hear different things at different volumes. Yeah, right there. Still too much. Better. Okay, let's listen to that now. Yeah, I gotta turn these up a little bit now. A little bit more. Oh, that's gnarly. Oh, dude, that is gnarly, man. Type a 2 in the chat if you got your headphones cranked up a little bit, and once you're in the middle of that, it's just like hitting you and you feel kind of discombobulated. Where's my tonal balance plugin? What's happened to my low end there? Alright, I'm gonna put a... Do I have... Tell me, do I have... Are you an adaptive? No, you're not. I want a... Yeah, dynamic EQ will do. Alright, so it actually could just be the... I think it's this. Yeah, it sure is. I'm gonna bring that forward just a little bit. I don't need it doing that stuff in the low end. I need it doing that stuff in the high end. Yeah. All right, let's test that out now. Still, huh? What else is doing it? You doing it too? You are also doing it too. So basically, I'm just going to let the bases cover from like 300 down. You too. All right, let's listen to that. All right, beta. I'm going to bring these low accents down just to skitchity scooch. Again, trusting my meters. And I'm going to come back down to meter volume. It should sound like The Walking Dead. Yes. This is fantastic. I'm glad it sounds like The Walking Dead. It's literally what I was modeling. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna trade off there. I'm actually gonna bring the. We're gonna do a tradesies. Motif harmony. I'm actually gonna bump this from about 200 down. See what that does. Well, that certainly is clearing out a lot of the low end. Now, I don't know if that's going to be what I want it to do. We're going to give it a shot. All right, now let's bring this down just a scotchity skitch. And at this point, I'm going to actually bring in the bass playing. It's because we took those. What we'll do for the last note too is I'm going to automate the EQ back in so it gets the full EQ potential there. I think we actually might have just sorted out this low end on this piece in a way that it was not previously sorted out. All right, let's listen now. I think we got a lot of clarity from making those shifts. Yeah. And then right there at the end, we're going to let him go. We're going to double check our meters. We're going to export. I think that place where I want it to be. So that sound I was looking for those strings being higher, turns out taking some of the low end actually got me a lot closer to the thing I was looking for. Okay, we have no, not on these, but on these, yes. All right, channel EQ. Low cut, where's my low cut? There we go. Interesting. Well, what if it's off? Where does things come in? Things come in, where does it get doubled? It starts getting doubled here. All right, so what if we do that? That weight sounds fuller here when it's on its own. Now, makes room for the low end. We can probably... Let's double check it one more time. Might crank the volume a little bit. Listen to it once more. Because right now we're coming at minus 14. Crank it a lot more. We might also change that in the looping. Wait, where's my percussion? Why are you not playing percussion? Oh, I messed up. That's okay. Like, where did my percussion go? I thought I made a copy of a track and I didn't. Oops. We'll find it again. If not, find something else. No, it was maybe... All right. Want a little bit. I want these just to peek through a little bit more. Okay. Maybe last time. I'm saying last time for 20 minutes. Maybe 30. Yup, but Duggo. Maybe we do an extra attack here. Yeah, da. Oh, let's hear that in the loop. All right, I think we're officially in overthinking land, which means we're now going to stop. Pajama time. Okay, so I'm going to call it here. We're going to bounce this. We're going to loop it. We may do some volume automation in the looping stage. Theme For loop. Oh! We're doing it. Type of 3 in the chat if you're enjoying watching the zombie theme come to life. Zombie loop session. All right, let's grab it. Pop it in. Import. Import. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do some volume automation here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the loop right. So I'm going to cut it here. Bring this over here. Both of these. Do a 1 millisecond fade in, fade out, 0 curve on all sides. Let's double check how that sounds. Yeah, dude. Now I'm just looking at the waveforms here, and based on the waveforms, I am going to do some volume sclotomation. Just a scoochy skitch. Yeah, that's gonna be right about here. Things start to go. Nice. And let's follow along with a meter here. Wow, we might actually be able to get away with. Let's test that out. Not too much. And we're just going to pop a brick wall limiter on top of this to make sure it don't peak. And we're going to be done. Maximizer. Minus 1 dB. So it looks like we'd still come up a dB here before we start getting peaks. So I'm going to push that. There we go. Okay, I want to bring this up. Scoochity scooch more. Nice. Nice. All right, we're exporting. It's actually 12 zombie for loop. 90 BPM. G minor. Boom! All right, let's double check it. Yeah! We did it! Great success. We done did it. Ah! The circle is now complete. Okay. Cool. We did it. Awesome. Great stream. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye! Oh, hey, if you want to learn to create music, I got a program. It's called the Gamer Music Creator Guild, where I help you create music. Links are in the video description.